Okay, here's the two. Again, this is to get you generally going. I want you to play around and figure some things out, all right? So you go to the website to make changes. Again, I would really appreciate it if you would change the dance teachers. It'll be a good practice, all right? So what you do is most everything that you do will be under pages. So you come to your thing, go to pages. Now we're on pages is the way the website is set up. I don't know if you could see this. It's probably really hard in your video because everything's not that detailed. But on the left side, it says class calendar, then it says dance classes and workshops, about dance classes and stuff. And notice it says in primary navigation. Well, that's the stuff that ends up on the top. If you look at the bottom, we have this secondary navigation. It's basically things that I want to, these things here. The reason I put this in here is I listed the classes, so our terms and conditions, privacy policy for legal reasons, about ballet classes. So when people look for ballet classes in St. Louis, we will come up because when it has its own page and its own title, these things come up better. But so that's our footer navigation. Stuff that's not linked. I think this is just, don't worry about any of this stuff. This is stuff that when we got the template that was there, all right? But the stuff you want to do is here. And the way you arrange the order is you just move these things around. If you're like, I don't like that order, you go like this, and then this will switch around. Does that make sense? So, I think the dance blog should be at the end. All right, so now if you want to change something major, such as, let's start with, I'm going to put this here, and I want to change St. Louis Dance Blog, right? Well, I would hit here. The reason it's St. Louis Dance Blog is because we want that name St. Louis and Dance in there. Really, it should just be blog for simplicity. But this would be the blog, and you would just, it's really simple. You just hit this, and then you fill it out, and you look at it. You always want to put a picture there or whatever, and you would make a blog. You just write a bunch of stuff. So it comes up with a good title. All right. So, overview, there are different kinds of pages. This is a calendar template, all right, under pages. And that you already went through that. This, see where it says that, well, there's a $ there. So this is a product page, all right? You can't really do hardly anything with these product pages. They automatically populate. You go to the inventory and you make stuff and it ends up here. Except for, wait, you can add a product. So wait, I'm wrong, right? But I don't think that's the best way to do it. These little things here allow you to change. When you go to pages, this little squiggly thing gives you options to work on the page. So see how it says dance classes and workshops? Well, we give it a name that we think will come up on Google. Eventually, we won't be spitting out dance classes so much because we just got to get Google to know who we are. But you always make this, and this the same when you do the thing and you make a page that includes that plus a few other things. All right. This advanced like media, this is how you get, this is the either the video or a photo that appears at the top of the page. All right, you just click around. It's hard at first, gets better. All right, about dance classes. This is like your traditional standard page. You can't see it, but it's a little, looks like a page leaf. All right, and that's your standard page. That's a standard page, and you just type on it. So photos. This is just a collection of photos. So you'd go to photos, and you'd hit plus, and you would upload an image, and you would write something about it. Like you got to give it a title, like St. Louis Dance Studio. Mona Lott's teaching at the St. Louis Dance Studio. Because we're trying to get things that people. So if it's a burlesque lesson, you might say some burlesque lessons in St. Louis, so people will find them. Does that make sense? And if you put something there and you put something there, Google goes crazy and it applies it to the pages and goes, man, we need to, you know, when you do a Google search, like you go burlesque classes St. Louis, right? And then you hit images, we want to come up. Well, look at this. Vanilla is number 1 and the Boom Boom Room is number 2. Why is the Boom Boom Room number 2? Is because our website rocks, and that's why I put the dance classes on our website. But if you look, they've been doing this for a long time, Vanilla Studios, because they've been doing that for a long time. And then we go to burlesque show, burlesque classes St. Louis. I don't know if this is us or our ad. It's on Yelp or something. We need to do these on Yelp. Are these on Yelp?
I don't know if we have a Yelp page set up.
Yeah, Jen, so we want like a Yelp page. We want everything. We need all the pages. All right, so that's it. Quick side note, when you go School of Boom, see how this comes up? If someone looks for School of Boom, I'm going to tell you about this later. See how this comes up right here? This is our Google page. You're going to want to do stuff there. So you sign into Google, and I'll show you that in the next video. There's so many social media things. It's like so much stuff. You really have to like make a list, and then every week you do Facebook, you do Instagram, you do the YouTube video, you do our website, and you come in there. And it's just a little bit here and a little bit there, and it grows. And the more, because Google wants to see you adding content and the content changing. So we want to be changing the website a little bit every week. That's why we add a blog. Content that is on blogs rates a lot higher than on pages. That's why we try to make blogs that look like a lot of our pages. Like, who is the School of Boom? All right, so that's a blog page. So when you are going to make when you want to edit a page, because that's the most standard thing you're going to do. Like, let's just go to the teachers. You hit this, and then see this little button here. It says edit, right? Now it's allowing you to edit the page. So if you look, that little button there allows you to add something. This is a spacer, so you could delete that. That makes it so this fits in this area. This was already laid out for us, and I had to plan these images. When you don't know how big images are, a trick you can do is you can go drag this image over here and then click on it and look for the size. If you look, that got all messed up. Man, see, I messed that up by trying to move that out. That was a mistake. You have to do that on the actual website. Here, you would drag that to the desktop. Then, for me, I got a Mac. I double click it, and then it comes up. Go under Tools, and I look at the size. Under Adjust Size, and it says it's 1028 by 1350, 72 resolution. If you've never done this stuff, it's very important that you know your targeting for making photos. Again, this is going really fast overview, I'm sorry. To change, you would go Edit, right? Scroll down. Now, here you go. The Lady Manhattan. Let's say you want to go that. You put The Lady Manhattan, right? And you can, just like doing anything else, you need to like add stuff here. All this needs to be added, and it's that simple. If you want a new paragraph, you could either you can go like, you know, here, new graph, here, you know, here or whatever. You can just do it. If you want to add a photo or whatever, you could change this. Also, there's a bar here. I don't know if you could see it, but let's say you say our house choreographer, and you want that to be bold, all right? Then it's like, cool, house choreographer is bold, right? So all this stuff, centering, links is an important one. If you've never done a link, the way you would do that is, let's say you want a link to, well, the contact, right? So you hit the contact page, you copy the URL, you know, and you would type like contact her now, All right, see that? And then you highlight this. There's a little thing that looks like a paper clip. You copy that URL in there, okay? I always put open in a new window, add link. Now, that's a link. That link brings people to that page. It doesn't have to bring it to that page. A blog page is great. Also, if we have a YouTube video, you can copy the YouTube link, say, you know, to learn all about Lady Manhattan in this video. And it could take them to a link to the YouTube page or whatever. All right. So that's basically how you would mess with those. You know, it's real basic. You just double click there. You know, you're not going to mess with the contact page, but like if you want to go to the contact thing, you would just come here and change that phone number. So like when you have little forms, you just hit edit and it just walks you through the process. So, oh, name, do I want to change that? I could change that to your name. All right, so I hit edit and I could say, you know, put your name, you know, use whatever your name you like, and you can make this a required field. See how it just does it and hit apply? A lot of this stuff is so like, it does it. Shows you how to do it. Walks you through the process. If you don't know, you can find out in these help pages, or you can Google search and you can find out how to do it. So that's it. That's how you do pages and how you change them. So if you want to make a new page, all right? So notice I hit this plus sign, and then most pages that you would make would be pages. But see how one time we made a product page, cover page. You're not going to make these. I'm not even a folder. By the way, creates a folder creates, like, let's say you would say dance classes. We do this on our web page, and then it would say, you know, choose a dance class, and then under here would be all these different web pages. So you would make this folder and it would create a submenu. That's what I'm trying to say. So don't really worry about all these other things, except we already have the blog post. A link is like, we could put our YouTube page here or our Facebook page. So you make a link and then it would be like our Facebook, our YouTube. And when they click that, it would go there. Or you could put the Boom Boom Room. And then when they click that, it takes them to the Boom Boom Room website. Does that make sense? All right. But mostly just make a page. So let's just make a page real fast. All right. And we'll just call this a test page. Now, it gave me a layout. Shoot, I'm supposed to pick on my layout. So here's our layouts. You can pick like about. Well, what do I want? It gives me about, you know, if it's informational or details, do I want that? It just puts this stuff, and you can think about what you want to say and which one is the best layout. So if you look, these are pictures that you're going to have to come up with. If you don't, let's just start with other. This is just other things. I've never seen those. All right. Let's do about, because that's usually a real basic one. And let's do that one right there. Okay. Say, and you hit start editing. Okay. I mean, this is like our test page. Now, the titles are really important, by the way, because they come up on Google. All right. Now, if you're going to add an image, you hit the button and you look for an image. So let's just say this is an image. I have no idea what this image is. And you double click, you find it on your desktop, and you upload it. All right. And then it's all, you know, and then you edit your text, you know, our test page, and you can edit all this stuff and say, this is for Jen to practice making pages. Okay, of course, I am a bad speller. So what I actually do when I write this stuff is I log into Grammarly, all right, and I get in here in my page and I write everything in Grammarly, and then I put it in there so it does I'm a much better chance of doing it. So where are we? So now we have this page and we hit save, right? Now where did that test page come up? It came up on the top. So right now that page is published. So anyone who happened to be at our web page right now would be like, test page. Oh no, well we don't want that. But so what you could do is you can come up here after you start it and see this button that says enabled. So now we're going to disable it. Now no one can see this page that I just made. All right. So this is our test page. So let's do something else to our page. Like I'm going to hit this little circle thingy I told you about. If I wanted, you could put like a YouTube link there or a picture in the top up under media. And if it's an image, you just upload the image. And if it's video, then you would find the URL on YouTube. So for example, let's say it's this, you're not going to do this video, but it's just this video, you're going to go to the share button under the video that you like let's say it's one of our videos, and you would hit, you copy that URL and you put it there, okay, up in here under video, because videos are always cool. It doesn't play, and now that video is going to play on this web page, which is ridiculous, okay, but it's cool when videos come up. So now your photo is a picture of something stupid of my lighting, and this is a bank web page. Now to delete this, I'm going to just hit that little button there and hit delete. Okay. And I didn't do a really good job of explaining it, but that is it. And that is how you make products, and that's how you edit the website and get to School of Boom. All right. All of our things are schoolboomstl@gmail.com. So I'm going to make another video about how to get on Gmail.